Facts First presents 33 LGBT celebs who are couples and you probably didn't know. LGBTQ couples have had to overcome a lot of challenges. Celebrities who are always in the spotlight, they have to face these challenges publicly. Well, here are a few LGBTQ celebs who are couples and you probably didn't know that because they chose to live their lives as privately as possible. Sarah Paulson and Holland Taylor. Sarah and Holland started out as friends, and then it grew into something more. They started out just following each other on social media, and after Holland sent Sarah a DM, the friendship and the relationship started to blossom. There's a 32-year age gap between the two women, but apparently that has not had an effect on their relationship. They've been together now for 4 years, and they seem to still be going strong. Neil Patrick Harris and David Burtka. When Neil and David met through a mutual friend in 2004, Neil was happily single, and David was trying to make a long-distance relationship work. When David's relationship fell apart, though, the two went out on a date. David moved to LA, where Neil was working on the hit show How I Met Your Mother. When the marriage equality bill was passed in New York in 2011, the couple announced their engagement. They married in 2014, and they're raising 2 children together. Samira Wiley and Lauren Morelli. Samira and Lauren announced their engagement in October of 2016. They were married 5 months later in Palm Springs, and they both wore white. After saying "I do," over a dozen pounds of confetti rained down on the happy couple. After honeymooning in Italy, they started living their lives as a married couple. And I'm guessing even today they're still trying to vacuum up that confetti. Lily Tomlin and Jane Wagner. Many Hollywood couples' relationships don't stand the test of time, but this one did. Jane and Lily met 48 years ago when Lily was making her comedy album. At the time, homosexuality was looked down upon, so the women didn't come out. Time magazine offered them a cover if they did come out, but they declined. Things were a lot different back then. Zachary Quinto and Miles McMillan. Zachary is best known for his roles in Star Trek and the TV show Heroes. He's been openly gay in Hollywood for years and has had many high-profile relationships. In 2013, he met Miles, who is a model and an artist. They confirmed their relationship on Instagram in 2014 and can often be seen walking their dogs in New York City. In 2019, they announced their split, but fans are holding out hope for a reconciliation. Jodie Foster and Alexandra Hedison. For years, people questioned Jodie's sexuality. She said that she'd rather focus on her work than her social life. Alexandra is an actress and director and had roles in Nash Bridges and The L Word. Before meeting Jodie, she had dated Ellen DeGeneres. Jodie and Alexandra met in 2013, and they had a strong bond right from the start. They married in April of 2014 in a low-key ceremony, trying to keep the wedding out of the media. They love each other, and they prefer to live their lives privately. George Takei and Brad Altman. George is best known for playing Sulu on Star Trek. He's also an outspoken advocate for LGBTQ rights and has spoken out against Donald Trump's immigration policies. Brad is one of the writers on Star Trek and met when George needed help training for a marathon. In 2005, the couple announced that they'd been together for 18 years. 3 years later, they became the first same-sex couple to apply for a marriage license in West Hollywood. Lance Bass and Michael Turchin. NSYNC boy band member Lance Bass and Michael Turchin met in 2011. The couple was married and the wedding was documented on E's Lance Loves Michael, the Lance Bass wedding. It aired on February 5, 2015. It was the first time a same-sex couple exchanged vows on television. They recently announced that they're using a surrogate to have a child. Sir Elton John and David Furnish. Elton John moved home to the UK after being sober for a few years. He wanted to expand his social circle and asked his friends to bring their friends to a dinner party. David Furnish was one of those friends, and the pair hit it off and they met again for a date. After 12 years of dating, Elton proposed. The first day that civil partnerships became legal in the UK, they made it official. They were married legally on the 9th anniversary of their civil partnership. They have 2 sons together, both by surrogate. Tom Daley and Dustin Lance Black. One is an Olympic medalist, the other an Oscar award-winning screenwriter. Despite being different, they have a lot in common. They met at a dinner party in 2013 and a relationship blossomed. They were married in the English countryside and they kept it low-key. In June 2018, they had their first child, a little boy. Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi. Ellen has had an incredible career, starting as a stand-up comedian, getting her own TV sitcom. Today she is host of the wildly popular The Ellen DeGeneres Show. Well, Portia is a successful actress herself. The two met at a party in 2000, and Portia had not yet come out of the closet at that time. She kept her feelings a secret. The two started dating 3 years after they met, and they were married in August of 2008. They share a love for animals and, of course, a passion for LGBTQ causes. Ellen Page and Samantha Thomas. Ellen is an actress, getting her big break with the film Juno. Samantha is a professional dancer and choreographer. When Ellen sent Samantha a message on Instagram, Samantha was flattered and answered back. It was the beginning of their relationship. Ellen announced their marriage on Instagram, saying that it was a simple ceremony in the woods. They both wore jeans and tennis shoes and apparently are genuinely in love. Jesse Tyler Ferguson and Justin Mikita. Jesse is best known for his work on the TV show Modern Family, where he plays a gay man. His father refused to accept the fact that he's gay, which made it difficult for him. Justin started out as an actor, but he found his true calling as a lawyer. The two have been happily married for 6 years, and they co-own a nonprofit foundation that advocates for marriage equality in the LGBTQ community. It's called Tie the Knot. Megan Rapinoe and Sue Bird. Both ladies live in Seattle, but they didn't meet until the Olympics in Rio. After the Olympics, Megan, a soccer star, reached out to Sue on social media. They've been together now for 3 years and are both passionate about social causes and equal pay for female athletes. Kendrell Bowman and Anthony Wayne. Both men moved to New York and they were looking for a circle of friends. The two started chatting on a gay website and things got real when Anthony invited Kendrell to come watch him at an amateur softball game. After dating for a year, they started working on their own off-Broadway show called Mighty Real, a fabulous Sylvester musical. They've been busy ever since, and their relationship has been growing stronger every day. Miles Brock and Mylan Christopher. These two started as friends, but then it became more. Miles was still in the closet, and he came out on the TV show Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. People were shocked, and their relationship changed people's minds about rappers. They released a single together called When I Go, which is about bullying of young people in the LGBTQ community. Sadly, the relationship was short-lived, and the couple split. Adam Lambert and Sauli Koskinen. Sauli is the Finnish Big Brother winner, and he met singer Adam at a nightclub in November of 2010. The pair were spotted together in Paris and Los Angeles, and they admitted to being in a relationship shortly after. They dated for 3 years, but due to their hectic schedules, they just couldn't make it work. After trying for a while, they eventually decided to call it quits. Tom Ford and Richard Buckley. These men met on an elevator, and they've been together for the last 30 years. Tom is a designer, and every Oscar winner has worn his fashions on the red carpet. Richard is a journalist, contributing articles to the most prominent of fashion magazines. Until 2005, he was also the editor-in-chief of Vogue Homes International. They have fashion in common and much more. Amber Heard and Sia Van Ree. Amber is Johnny Depp's ex-wife, and she's been in a relationship with men and women. She says that she doesn't really identify as bisexual, she just falls in love with the person. Sia is an artist and photographer, and the two started dating in 2008. They had a tumultuous relationship, and they ended things in 2012. They're still friends, and Sia says that Amber is her muse. Kate McKinnon and Jackie Abbott. Kate McKinnon kills it every week on Saturday Night Live. She also starred in Ghostbusters and Rough Night. Jackie is also an actress, but not quite as famous as Kate. They've tried to keep their relationship private, but when Michelle Visage posted a picture of them at RuPaul's Drag Race, the secret was out. Tig Notaro and Stephanie Aline. These two ladies met on the set of In a World. The film didn't do all that well, but their relationship did. Stephanie says that she'd only dated men in the past, but it didn't stop her from falling for Tig. 2 years after the meeting, the women got engaged on New Year's Day. They were married the same year. They had a surrogate who carried their twin boys who were born in 2016. Sarah Gilbert and Linda Perry. Roseanne's Sarah Gilbert met singer-songwriter Linda in 2011. Despite the 10-year age difference, they hit it off immediately. They were married in 2014 and had their son Rhodes a year later. Melissa Etheridge and Linda Wallow. Melissa was married and raising her 4 children with her wife. When the relationship ended, Melissa leaned on her friend Linda. When Linda helped with Melissa's children, she saw her friend in a whole new light, and they fell in love. They were married in 2014 and are still going strong. Colton Haynes and Jeff Leatham. Colton and Jeff were set up by a mutual friend, but Colton admits to stalking Jeff online before they met. They were married in 2017, but sadly, due to their crazy work schedules, they couldn't make it work. In 2019, the couple filed for divorce. Raven Simone Pearman and Asbury Livingston. Raven started in Hollywood at only 3 years old on The Cosby Show. Later, she got her own show on the Disney Channel. Asbury worked on Next Top Model, and she's also an actress. When Raven admitted to Oprah in 2014 that she liked men and women, people were shocked because she's a very private person. The couple was rumored to be living together in 2012, but they've not been seen together since 2015, which has led most people to believe that they've broken up. Cara Delevingne and Ashley Benson. Cara is often followed by the paparazzi, which makes it hard to live a private life. She tried to keep her relationship with Ashley out of the media to protect their privacy. Despite trying to live out of the public eye, they are together all over social media, and they're a cute couple. Kristen Stewart and Stella Maxwell. There have been rumors of a relationship between actress Kristen Stewart and Victoria's Secret model Stella Maxwell swirling around since 2016. Sources say that the women moved in together a few months after dating, but Stella still has her own place. They seem to be an on-again, off-again couple, but they just keep getting back together. Miley Cyrus and Caitlyn Carter. Singer Miley Cyrus has a crazy life. When she and her husband, Liam Hemsworth, split, Caitlyn and Brody Jenner had just split as well. The two women were photographed together shortly after the relationship ended, which Liam says hurt him. It appears the women are already living together and are inseparable. Nico Tortorella and Bethany Myers. Nico and Bethany met in 2006 when they were in college. They've been together ever since. They don't like labels, but they describe their relationship as queer polyamorous. Bethany identifies as gay, and Nico says that he's gender fluid and pansexual. They don't have a conventional relationship, obviously, but somehow it works. RuPaul and Jorge Labar. RuPaul met Australian painter Jorge Labar at a New York City nightclub called Limelight in 1994. RuPaul is one of the most well-known drag queens in the world, and Jorge prefers to stay out of the limelight. After 23 years together, they married in January 2017. They are in an open relationship, and RuPaul lives in New York, Jorge lives on his massive ranch in Wyoming. Cheyenne Jackson and Jason Landau. These two met in alcohol rehab in 2013 and said that it was love at first sight ever since. They were married less than 6 months later. Cheyenne starred in Glee and American Horror Story, and Jason is an entrepreneur. They were married in an interfaith ceremony in February of 2014. They're the parents to twins, a boy named Ethan and a girl named Willow. They have a strong, loving relationship that just seems to keep getting stronger. Gary Janetti and Brad Gorski. Brad has been a celebrity stylist for years, dressing many people, including Demi Moore and Jessica Alba. Gary is a TV producer who's worked on shows like Will and Grace and Family Guy. They met in Athens, Greece in 2001, but they waited years to get engaged. They were married in 2017 on a luxury cruise ship in the Caribbean. They have a home in New York and also another one in Los Angeles, and they're parents to a dog named Penelope. I don't know which house the dog has. Luke Evan and Victor Turpin. Both of these men work to keep their private lives private, but they found that that's not really possible in Hollywood. Luke starred in Fast and the Furious 7 and was quiet about being gay since the early 2000s. When photos of the two men surfaced in 2018, though, the rumors started flying. Recently, Victor posted pictures of the two on his social media confirming that, yep, the rumors were true. Subscribe for more.